Surprise, surprise, we are back. Welcome back to episode 49 of Triple Threat Talk. My name is Connor Ryan.
Jonah Newberger, and welcome back to weekend episode.
Weekend.
Happy Memorial Day weekend.
Little intro spoiler for everybody. There will be another episode early next week. Episode 50 will be coming out of early next week, most likely probably Tuesday, but Tuesday will be the release day. But we're coming up on 1 year of Triple Threat Talk 2.0, basically coming into full effect. I think this was very much a combination of wanting to get an episode out because of the 1 year anniversary, and then as well with the conference finals, I feel, especially with the NBA landscape, there's the reason why there's so many daily shows of the NBA. It's because it's so changing, it's so ever pacing and everything like that. Since the last episode, there's been 2 game 2s. Actually, game 1 for the Eastern Conference Finals, game 2 for the Western Conference, and game 2 for the Eastern Conference. Game 3 tonight for the Western Conference. We're going to talk about the Eastern Conference. We'll talk about the West, and then we have a nice little draft between Jonah and I, choosing our personal favorite / what we think are the best finals since the 1990s. 1990 is our cutoff date. Why? Because we're young. We're not going to be those guys and be like, the Bird Magic finals were cinema. I mean, you had to be there. I bet they were.
Yeah,
I bet they were. Like, every clip I've seen from that time, I'm like,
looks
that
great.
would have been sick to see.
That would
but
have been cool.
Unfortunately,
wish I could be there for 84, but I wasn't.
Exactly. But we weren't. So it is what it is. Jonah.
Speaking of 1984, did you know the Celtics went 15-1 in that? Wait, no.
I think the first round was a best of 5.
Well, it says 16, 15-1, but it shows they beat the Lakers 4-3. So that would include 3 losses. So I don't know where the one's coming from, but we don't have to get into that.
Anyway, doesn't matter. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Well, let's talk about the East.
Ooh.
And then we'll go into the
How
West.
about the Knicks?
Knicks are playing unreal basketball right now.
Dude, they are.
And
I love it. I kind of love it.
They're being led by somebody that they might be calling Captain Clutch now in the city of New York.
Karl Towns? I wouldn't say his first half was very clutch in game 2, but we'll get there. Game 1.
Question. Do you want to hear a crazy stat? Actually, no. I'll talk about Captain Clutch being Jalen Brunson first.
You know, he's the only star, I feel like, in the league who doesn't have a nickname.
Brunson?
Yeah. Like, what nickname does he have?
That's fair. You can't really do JB.
Think about all these other guys.
Jalen and
Ant.
Big Deuce.
Like the King.
The Joker.
Easy Money Sniper.
SGA.
Joker.
I don't like
SGA.
SGA.
But, like, it's like...
But it's still
something. Jimmy Buckets, Chef Curry.
I feel like New York people call Jalen Brunson JB. Obviously, Boston people call Jalen Brown JB.
Well, he's the gravedigger. Come on.
True. That is true.
So it's like, I feel like Spida, like, come on, like,
hold on. I'm gonna go.
I feel like Brunson has a nickname, which is kind of surprising.
I'm gonna look at his basketball reference page and see, because those will have
Webby, Alien.
Okay. You ready? You ready for him? There's a lot.
Ice Tray.
JB, Brunson Burner. That one's elite. That's elite.
Brunson Burner?
Him. You know what a Bunsen burner is?
Oh, I thought you said Brunson.
No, it is. But that's in reference to it. That's what it's a reference to. Brunson Burner. As in the Bunsen burner that you use in science class. Bro catches on fire. He gets hot. Can't stop him while he gets hot. Anyway.
The beard. I just feel like
Brun's him.
I don't know.
I don't like that one. Big body. And then these two make sense. The King of New York and Captain Clutch.
That's Trae Young. I like Captain Clutch.
Captain Clutch is...
But it's like think about like all these other guys, like The Process with Embiid, Ice Tray, Trae Young, Jimmy Buck. No, Spida. No, I'm just giving you an example.
No, I understand.
Like, I feel like all these guys have a name affiliated with them, and I feel like Brunson doesn't really have that.
Everybody's better than Jalen Brunson until it's time to play Jalen Brunson.
Dude, he's been playing well.
He's playing really well. And, like, his
big purr.
Game 2, we'll get into that in a little bit, was his most down game so far. But
And he
even
still played,
then,
dished out 14 assists, 20 points.
exactly. So, I mean, fair, but I understand obviously the point you're trying to make, but
Yeah, it's just
I
surprising. I feel like
yeah,
it'll come with time. But, like, I
but
feel
it
like he's
didn't
in there
matter.
now.
Guy had
That did not
guy
matter.
had 36 and 15 points in the fourth and was
That was
being guarded
gross.
by paper mache and James Harden. Which, by the way, crazy quote from Max Kellerman the other day, and getting James Harden to help your team win in the playoff, trying to win a championship is like electing Donald Trump to be your president to help run a country. That was pretty crazy. But Brunson leads the way in ultimately was one of the crazier comebacks that we've seen in quite some time, with him scoring 38 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals on 51% shooting. Knicks come back from 22 down in the fourth and rip the hearts out of the Cavs. I mainly have two questions in regards to this game. Where was Donovan Mitchell in the fourth quarter in terms of getting
Dude,
touches on the ball? And Kenny Atkinson, you can't go home and save timeouts and then use them the next game. The amount of tweets that I saw from people where they were Nets fans talking about the impact that they had, like Kenny Atkinson in Brooklyn not using these timeouts and how much of an impact it had on their overall team. Like, I understand obviously like timeouts aren't the end all be all to determine how a coach is in terms of this. But we were sitting here as Celtics fans in 2023 going, Joe, use your goddamn timeouts. We have been on this side of the track saying the importance of timeouts. Not once until it got close to like single digits did Kenny Atkinson say, let me use a timeout. I think he went home with 2 timeouts, and the Knicks ended the game on a 44-11 run. They were down 93-71 and then ended the game on a 44-11 run, and just ridiculous.
Mhm.
So I thought those two questions, I like my hate on Brunson's gone because of that game. Just alone. It was one of the best. I have the ball. I'm the best player on this team. I'm taking us to the promised land. It was so smooth. It was so easy for him. He got to the spots that he needed to be. I mean, shout out the rest of the team. Landry Shamet with the biggest 9 points of his goddamn career.
Literally.
And I'm gonna say it, I was on my feet for all of them. Shout out my man Charlie Mandel. He texted me yesterday talking about the Knicks possibly winning it all. And he has a point. And here's the thing. When the Knicks are going into the finals after 4 or 5 games played, and the Thunder and Spurs are going to, whoever wins that series, whoever's coming in is going to have 7, probably 6 or 7 games under their belt of hard-nosed, incredibly tough basketball. And here's another factor that a lot of people are forgetting. Would you like to take a guess on who the most efficient defender on Victor Wembanyama was this NBA season?
Mitchell Robinson.
OG Anunoby.
Okay, I was close.
OG Anunoby, points per
OG.
possession wise, holds Victor Wembanyama to the lowest points per possession in the NBA. And it's not relatively close. I understand obviously the defensive ability and like the big factor in how, and like Cat is not the level of defender that Victor Wembanyama or Chet Holmgren is. I'm well aware of that, or Isaiah Hartenstein, Mitchell Robinson.
Mhm.
But rest is rest. And if you can give a team a couple of extra days, that is going to pay off in the long run. And I think it might pay off a lot more than people want to realize.
Yeah.
If here's the thing. If the Knicks are able to close it out in Cleveland, and
In a
the
sweep?
Spurs and the Thunder are going back to OKC tied 2-2, I think we're looking at a genuine possibility that the Knicks could very much win it all. And this is as much of a transition as I can get into game 2. Jalen Brunson had his worst game of the playoffs, shooting really abysmal up until like the last couple minutes of the game. But lo and behold, Josh Hart comes in and has the best shooting game of his career.
Mhm.
And I know you and I aren't the biggest Josh Hart supporters out there. We've said
Yeah.
our things about Josh in the past. Guy played a hell of a game.
Yeah.
Josh Hart is to what the New York Knicks is what Alex Caruso is to the Thunder. They're only going to add value in every other aspect of the game than scoring.
Mhm.
If you get the 20 ball, if you let alone a near 30 ball from Hart, and you got the 30 ball from Caruso in game 1, if you get those totals, that's where they become this ultimate weapon. And it was Derek White for the Celtics in 24. Like, it was Caruso last year for the Thunder. It was Bruce Brown in 2023. It was Jordan Poole in 2022. You can just go through, and the importance of a very intact, defensive minded, overall, just when they are hot player, you get him the ball, you let him go to work. I'm not saying Josh Hart is that get hot player, but when he's hot and he's producing for you on the offensive end, that's a problem for the other team. And that's what happened last night. It was a lot more balance. It wasn't as Brunson loaded. It was Hart getting his open shots and making them. Brunson was feeding the ball to everybody. Mikal was making his shots. Big Purr was making his shots. OG did well. The defense was incredibly solid, and they took control of the game. Now the Cavs didn't shoot great, fair, but
Even just like in game 1, though, I mean, like you said earlier, I don't understand why they seem to be force feeding James Harden, especially in that last 7 minutes of the game. I'm like, he hasn't been scoring. He wasn't scoring very well. Why not give the ball to Donovan Mitchell? He's your best player on your team. Why do you keep trying to force feed Harden? It clearly wasn't working the first 3 minutes of that last 7 minutes. It's not going to work the next
yeah,
4.
yeah.
I didn't understand that.
I saw something pretty interesting and a different way of viewing it. Draymond Green was talking about how everybody's calling out Harden for his lack of defense. But then he kind of spun it, which I'm not saying that James Harden is off the hook, but it is a very good way of looking at it. There are multiple players on that team, on that Cleveland team, that get paid to play defense. Why was Keon Ellis traded for in the offseason? To literally play defense, to help their guard play at defense. Dennis Schroeder
Mhm.
has been put on tab as a very solid, formidable defender. I understand it's switches, but simple rotation, slide a guy up. By the time the rotation would develop, if the rotation happens well, the pass would be stopped by the time the rotation fully happens. Like, I saw Sam Merrill hedging the other night, literally Donovan Mitchell pushing him up the other night, and that was a lot better. But for it to all be on Harden, I do think is a bit disrespectful because we know that this isn't what he's good at. We know that. People think it's going to change, but it isn't. And that's why it worked in the 2018 series, because you had the Trevor Arizas, you had the Eric Gordons, you had the PJ Tuckers to run around with these guys and defend them. And then you could just leave James Harden on the island. I know this is a bad way of putting this as an example, but in the 2018 Western Conference, he just had to deal with Clay. Why? Because he didn't have to deal with Kevin Durant. That was PJ Tucker's job. And then you had Eric Gordon and Trevor Ariza running around and switching everything on Curry. That's just how the NBA is now. Joe
Matthew
Mazzulla put it
Dellavedova.
best. Shout out Matthew Dellavedova. That guy
Wasn't
almost
that
died guarding Steph.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a game of hunting seals. You find the seal, you find the weak point, you go at it. And it's
Mhm.
a lot easier to do that sometimes in the regular season, but it's even more shown in the postseason. But yeah, Nick, I
Who
I
is
wouldn't be shocked if the
game
Knicks.
3 prediction?
Knicks.
Knicks.
I'm not going against them until they lose. They've
It's fair.
won 6 games in a
6
row.
straight.
7. Sorry. 7.
Yeah,
Atlanta game
they were
6.
down 2-1. They were down 2-1, and then they've won since then. Since they were down 2-1, what?
You're right.
Yeah, they were down
I forgot
2-1.
they were down 2-1.
3, 4, so they won 5 games straight, right?
No,
No, sorry, I'm
been
skip. I
8.
skipped the whole Philly series.
8.
My bad. Since their last
9. They won 9 in a
9
row.
games,
They were down 2-1. You win 3 straight there.
plus 3, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they're on a
Yeah.
9-game win streak. Since their last loss, every single one of their wins has been by double digits, except for one game, I believe. They won by 6.
Jeez.
Like, they still won the game, but they're only one that wasn't double digits. They won the game by 6. I'm trying to see if I can pull it up, but it's actually insane
That's crazy.
how good of basketball they are playing right now.
They're playing the best basketball. I think collective basketball in the NBA right now.
Yeah. I
By
think
far.
I
Mike
liked it on
Brown,
Instagram. Let me see if I
shout
can
out Mike
find it.
Brown. Mike Brown has floored me
Dude,
this
he's
year
a good
in terms
coach.
of
When
a
they
coach.
hired him, I was like, yeah, that's a good hire.
I knew it was going to be a way better hire than Tibbs, and people were shocked when the Tibbs move happened, but we're clearly seeing the importance of the value of coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Jonah, I'm gonna before we transition into game 2 of Hacko Wemby, I wanna provide some information for you. I have a coworker who is neighbors slash family friends with the Dagnalls.
I don't know who that is.
Mark Dagnall, the head coach of the Thunder.
Gotcha.
So I asked her kindly. I said, "Hey, could you just relay a message to your neighbors real quick?" She said, "Of course. What is it?"
Wait, really?
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool. Let's get him on the
I said,
podcast.
"Tell your friend's son to get the hell off of Wemby. Okay, tell him to back off, back the fuck off. Okay." Isaiah Hartenstein. How would you like it if your hair got pulled? Oh wait, there is barely any. Okay,
That's funny.
I'm sick of the Thunder, dude. I'm done. Caruso pushing the camera out. That was the dumbest thing.
That was so
It was
stupid,
so
dude. What
stupid.
are you doing? It's like I saw a thing. It's like you light the camera in your face when you're winning, and when
Literally,
you're losing, you're like, get out. I'm like, that's so corny. Like either you gotta be able to
they
take
were.
it both
Do you know
ways.
what's funny is they weren't even losing. It was just like
It
stress.
was tied. It was
It
tied.
was it was it was
It
going
was
into
101 to
overtime. That was
101.
literally right after
Yeah, it's
right after the
like,
block from Chet, and he's like, "Get out of here." It's like, brother,
like, brother,
as
it's
if
not like you're
half of
down
you aren't
10.
mic'd up,
Yeah,
as if
literally,
as if
probably.
either of the coaches aren't mic'd up. Wait, they are, because they literally play NBA tracks. So they play like inside the huddle and everything. It's
Hmm.
just like, and that's not me trying to hate on Caruso because he's been by far and away the most consistent player out of these past 2 games for the Thunder.
Yeah.
And it's like really annoying, especially if I was a Spurs fan. But I just think it's like it is getting to a point where like the highlight reel that NBC showed mid game for Isaiah Hartenstein wasn't like, oh, this is like look at him in these screen and roll. It's literally him guarding Wemby by grabbing him, hooking his
It's
elbow,
stupid.
pulling his jersey, just on multiple occasions. And like, so I let out a couple of tweets fly. I said it's crazy to see. I've never seen somebody play in an NBA game with 10 fouls before. It's really impressive.
Yeah. Do you think? I mean, because tonight's game 3, Spurs are home. Do you think they're going to start calling that with the Spurs being
No,
home?
because here's the thing. Because
You don't think they're
they've
going to call
made.
it?
I don't think they will because they made this moniker in terms of playoff basketball being more physical, more tough. And then as well, you almost can make this as
He
the
also doesn't
argument.
complain about it, which I like. There's been highs.
Oh,
He's like getting held,
1,000%.
scores, and he just runs back on defense. I'm like, I
1,000%.
respect that.
But
He
the
will get
other
those calls
part.
eventually.
Oh, he should be. He would get those calls in the regular season. But I
But did you also see
genuinely.
it? But it's also the same. It's a double standard too. SGA is literally
It's
flopping on every shot
yeah.
attempt, and he gets half of those. I was like, what? What are we
Wait,
doing?
somebody. I'll keep on my Wemby point, but then I'll pull up this graphic or this chart I saw with
Was it the?
Wemby.
I think we're looking at the same one.
Yeah, it was the guy who did like I looked through all the possessions and these are the amount of the percentage per
Yeah.
shot
Yep.
that he
Did
fouled.
you? Yeah. I was trying to find
Fouled
like that.
on shots that he got the foul on 50% of the time.
If you can find that, that'd be great because I saw that and I thought I saved it, but I didn't.
Hold on. I think like with Wemby, I understand obviously there's like the limits to like it is very much a like, oh, we're just gonna foul until they call it thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just not calling it. Also, the Isaiah Joe flop. What the hell? The 2 challenges that the Spurs
Someone
had
said
to
it was a
use.
Bluetooth flop.
I did see that. The 2 challenges the Spurs had to use that they were both correct on for challenging, but they don't get the challenges back because they were both right and they used both of them. Those were flops because Isaiah Hartenstein's hooking Wemby and bringing him to the ground. And then the second one was Chet flopping after Wemby went all ball. So this is okay. So this is the stat. How often does Shai Gilgeous-Alexander fall compared to his peers?
Mm-hmm. Can you send me a screenshot of this
I will.
real quick?
In terms of non-fouled shots, just a moment. In terms of non-fouled shots, he's fallen on 20 out of the 187 attempts. That is 10.7% fall percentage. Next closest is James Harden at 8.7, but nearly 30 more attempts. Jalen Brunson, same amount of falls as Harden, but again, 20 more attempts. Donovan Mitchell has fallen quite a bit, but way more attempts.
100,
whatever.
100 more attempts than Brunson.
But on the
Wemby won.
37 shots that he has been fouled, he has fallen on 19 of them.
Yeah.
In total, GA has 39
51%,
falls
yeah.
on 224 shots, which is at a 17.4% chance rate. The only other person in double digits is James Harden at a 12% rate, and then it goes 9% for Brunson, 8.4% for Donovan Mitchell, and 4.2% for Wemby. I just think it is deplorable to the game of basketball to think, yes, this is I understand rooting for your team. I understand that. But there's a difference between rooting for your team and understanding this is healthy to watch. It's not. I understand about the landing zone factors. I understand about like
But half of
the
them aren't even landing
contact.
zone.
He extends his feet out. He extends his feet out.
Yeah, so
I'm
he's
saying in
the one
general.
initiating the contact.
I'm not saying I'm not saying that he is actually going into people's landing zones. I'm just saying I understand the landing zone factor.
Yeah.
The rule was implemented because of some bullshit that Zaza Pachulia pulled in the 2016-2017 playoff run. Why? Because they knew that they were going to lose to the goddamn Spurs. They knew that Kawhi was going to stop Kevin Durant, and they had the tools to slow down Steph Curry enough that they were up in that goddamn series. They were up in that fucking game.
Did the Warriors win it all that year?
Yes, of course they did.
Let's go. Hell yeah, Chef.
But I do think
Was that the year after? That was the first. Was that the first chip they won?
no, that was
second.
That was the second. This was 2016-2017. First was 14-15. They lost LeBron and Kyrie in the 3-1 comeback.
15-16,
and then they won
so
the next
16-17 was the first year with Durant.
Yep.
Yeah.
16-17 was first year with Durant. I just think it's
JaVale McGee.
What a legend. I just think it's too much of an issue. Like, I don't think ratings are going down because of it. I think people are watching the games because they want to watch the games. But it's not fun. It's not interesting to watch. Like, if I want to watch somebody fall, I'd watch soccer.
Honestly. Yeah.
I watch an Arsenal game.
Thank you.
You like that one? Yeah.
Someone gets it.
I knew.
It's about damn time. God.
By the way, my condolences to Pep. Best
We'll
Premier League manager of all time.
My,
I understand about Sir Alex. I'm well aware. But in terms of a time fashion, on average, won 2 trophies a year. That's crazy.
He, in Pep's 10 years at Man City, he won 20 trophies. In Ferguson's first 10 years, he won 10 trophies. So he doubled it in his first 10 years.
Yeah. I understand.
Just for the rest of the pod, I'm throwing on the treble winning jersey.
Now, I'm going to say something, and I understand you might counter, but you have to understand it's the truth. Man City had a better team when Pep came in, but they obviously would not have gotten to where they are now if it was not for Pep Guardiola.
Yes, but he also did rebuild a couple teams, and
1,000%.
Everyone when he came in, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just adding more to it.
I understand.
You know, he still had to build. He built multiple different teams in different eras to win. I remember when he first came in, they were like, is he going to be able to adapt to English football? And then 10 years later, like, English football adapted to him. English football adapted him, not him adapting. He changed the game. I mean, hell, half those years he was playing with a false 9. I mean, it was nuts. I mean, what a legend. Last game managing on Sunday. Hope you watch. Maybe. 11 a.m. You got to watch. It's his last game. Come on.
I'll watch, sure.
You got to watch it.
I'll watch it. But
it'll be cool. They'll do a whole send-off. We're going to talk about soccer after this. But yes, back to the NBA.
Anyway, as much as we're sitting here complaining about the Thunder, the Spurs are not let off the hook as well. Stephon Castle has broken the NBA record for most turnovers in a 2-game span.
It's bad. Insane.
It's bad.
But he can dunk.
That dunk was crazy. That dunk was ridiculous.
Best dunk of the year?
Probably. In terms of context as well, probably. But
that was a nasty dunk.
It's ridiculous what they're doing to Wemby. I'm shocked Jordan McLaughlin even got minutes as well. That was crazy. And 3. So props to him. But
Jared McCain's banked 3.
I don't want to talk about Jared McCain right now.
That shouldn't have even gone in.
But I just think in terms of I do think both these teams, as much as people are like sitting here and saying like this is the NBA Finals, so you should have gotten. It's like chill out now, okay? The Knicks are legit, okay?
The Knicks are legit.
But yeah, Jonah, we have a draft to do. We are gonna flip a coin to see who gets
I have a coin.
So hold on. Let's go over format right now. Are we
Yeah.
snaking it, or are we just gonna
We're
go
gonna
1-1-1-1?
we'll go 1-1-1-1-1.
1-1-1-1. Okay.
I have
So
a
this
dice,
is
high or
okay.
low. And I'll be fair. So you like 1, 2, or 3, or 4, 5, 6.
I'll go low.
All right. Let me know when to roll. Okay. 2.
I'll take first pick.
Okay. You'll defer. You okay? So
I will
you will receive.
receive.
You
I will
receive.
receive.
Okay.
With my first pick.
I'm going that way.
Fair, fair, fair.
Okay.
Fuck, I'm going in wind. My first
First
pick
pick.
for I'm gonna write this down.
I know what you're taking. I gotta write it down too. Let me get a little. I need to get a notepad. You have a good idea there. Is it
No, it is, because I'm debating between the one I remember more or the one that got me into basketball.
okay?
I'm gonna go '08. I'm gonna go '08.
Wow.
The '08 Celtics were the reason I got into basketball. Kevin Garnett's my favorite basketball player of all time, number 2 favorite basketball player of all time. Shout out JT.
Shout out JT.
Overall, when you look at the landscape of that series, you have the Ray Allen game in LA. That was crazy. You have Paul Pierce pooping his pants. You have the
Mm-hmm.
Leon Poe moment in game 2 where he went bonkers. And then winning it on the home court, winning it on the parquet for the first time since '84 after those trial and tribulations with Len Bias passing away, the Reggie Lewis passing, Rick Pitino years, and Paul Pierce finally cementing himself as not only a basketball legend, but a Boston legend.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just cap it off with the post game speech of anything is possible. I
Anything
got to
is
go '08
possible.
Celtics. I got to go '08 Celtics. That is the team that got me into the game of
Wait.
basketball.
Anything is. You mean Tatum's anything is possible?
We did it.
We did it.
So I'm gonna go '08 Celtics. I understand what you're gonna take, and I don't blame you. It was a coin flip for me, but yeah.
Yeah. I think you know what I'm going here with my first pick. Going to
Whoa,
2024.
92-93 Suns Bulls.
That was a
Whoa,
that was a great
that was a great
finals.
one.
That might be on my list. You never know. Love Charles Barkley. Shout out Charles Barkley. I'm going to 2024.
Shaquille, I hate Charles Barkley. O'Neal. Shout out Dr. O'Neal.
I'm going the 2024 Boston Celtics because just that whole season, that whole playoffs, that whole finals, Pritchard's buzzer beater in Game 5. I mean, it was time for them to get it, and they got
Mhm.
it. And just what a team, what a season, what a playoffs, what a finals. So
Yep.
memorable. One of the best nights of my life when they won it. Gotta go to 24 C's.
June 17th, 2024 will live in infamy for the rest of my life. The only thing I'm mad about in that entire stretch, actually, I'm not that mad about it. Obviously, like because there are so like it's not like I sure I didn't go to the parade. I had work that
Cool.
day, but like I feel like the NBA parades aren't as cool as NFL ones just because of the amount of people. It's like you only get like one bus at a time, and it's one person on each bus, essentially, maybe two. So at
Yeah.
most you have like 10 buses, and then it's like, all right, it's over. With the NFL ones, it's like
It's like
it's
every person has their
rowdy.
own
There's a
bus.
they're going to a plaza afterwards and having speeches and everything. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so I knew that was going to be number 2. I knew the risk I was taking, but I'm glad that I got my '08 out.
Yeah. I don't know where you're gonna go from here. I think we're gonna
I
have
think it's
completely
so
different moving forward.
obvious. I think it's so
It,
obvious. My number 2 pick is the 2016 Cavs.
okay.
3-1 comeback. The Braun bringing it home to Cleveland against the 73-9 Warriors. The reason why Kevin Durant
Cleveland.
became a Warriors.
This is for you.
Cleveland, this is for you.
Yeah.
Kyrie crying on the baseline at the end of the
Mhm.
game, but like Kevin Love stop on Steph Curry in the clutch. I mean, and there's so many storylines hidden within it. The nut tap from Draymond, the suspension from Draymond that led to the Game 6 win in Cleveland. There were just too many factors. There's too much star power in that finals for me to pass it up. So I got to go 2016 Cavs. Also, the block. I didn't even mention
Oh, blocked by James.
one of the best calls ever.
I saw something that was like when LeBron has a documentary come out when he retires. Hopefully, he doesn't ever retire. But when he does, uh, it's like the ending scene of the documentary will be like Iguodala going up
the
for the block. It's
calls.
just a call, and then it'll just go to the credits. It'll be like such a sick ending. I'll have to find it and send it to you. My number 2. Any guesses where I'm going here?
I have no idea.
I am going with the 98 Chicago Bulls.
Yeah.
Jordan, the last shot. I know I wasn't alive to watch it, but I've seen enough highlights. I watched the MJ Doctor in COVID. I'm just like, wow, what an era of basketball. What a way to end your time in Chicago. It's like his
I've seen
six, like
too
so
many. I've seen also the kid in the picture
good.
wearing the Bulls jersey, holding the 6 up, and just he knew what was happening.
Yeah.
I've seen too many people as of late be like, "The Last Dance isn't that good." It's one of the
Dude,
best
it's
sports
one of the
documentaries,
best
and
ever.
it's so good.
It's so good.
At that point, it's just the
So
LeBron
good.
Blazers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an unreal pick.
I
That's a
think
great pick.
you might get me with this next one because I have a feeling I know where you're going, and
I'm
I hope you
thinking.
don't go there because I kind of want that.
I'm
Well,
thinking.
we'll see. I might have to pivot. We'll see.
There are a lot of good options.
There are a lot. I'm looking at this list. I'm like, wow, there's some great finals out there.
My third pick, I'm going to the 2011 Mavericks. When
Dude,
we
yeah, go ahead.
there is no. I understand we're choosing NBA Finals specifically,
But the run.
but there's no better run handedly taking care of the Brandon Roy, LaMarcus Aldridge Blazers.
Yep.
Next round, beating the back-to-back champions, Kobe and Pau, in a sweep.
Yeah.
And then gentlemen sweeping the Rockets with Harden, Russ, and KD the year before they go to the finals. Thunder. Sorry.
No, yeah.
Sorry. Thunder. The KD, Harden, Westbrook, Thunder.
Right before they
go to the finals the next year.
Up against
and then the
big
Heatles.
three.
The big three of Bosh, Wade and Braun.
He just.
And it wasn't 7. He did it in 6 in Miami with an old
legend.
with an older Jason
Derek
Kidd,
Fisher,
Tyson Chandler, Sean Marion.
Derek Fisher
was not on that team.
I thought he was.
He was on the Lakers.
Evan?
Yeah.
Was he ever on the Mavs?
No.
You sure?
He was on the Jazz for a little bit.
Am I tweaking?
I don't know.
This is the second time I brought up Derek Fisher today, funny enough.
Can I hear the first context?
I was talking to someone about work, and somehow, because we were talking yesterday about like random, like give me like a random poll of a player, and he said Jody Meeks.
That's a good. I like that.
It's a good. That's a great one.
That's a good one.
And then today, I just sent him a message on Slack. I said Derek Fisher. It's just like something random.
That's how. Whenever my brother and I will Venmo request each other, like every once in a while, we never will say like what we're requesting for.
I knew Derek Fisher was on the Mavs. Derek Fisher had a very brief 9-game stint with Dallas Mavericks during the 2012-2013 NBA season.
So 2 seasons after. My bad.
He was still on the Mavs. That's a poll. He was there for 9 games.
That is a poll for Derek Fisher on the Mavs. Yo, Gerald Green is not ball knowledge, but Gerald Green, the cupcake dunk, that's ball knowledge.
That's ball knowledge. I like your 11 pick.
Thank you. I just, the reason why is I think that was the first time I was ever able to watch a finals and take all of my emotions out and just be a basketball fan.
I agree.
Because obviously 2008, I was elated and I was distraught because of the KG injury. And then obviously I was heartbroken from 2010.
Yeah.
And then to see like, oh, this is just what it means to just enjoy the game of basketball.
That's how I feel this year too with the finals.
1,000%. 1,000%. No, I'm 100% with you. I couldn't agree more. I'm loving the game of basketball as of late. So
yeah. My third pick is the 2013 Heat.
Yeah.
LeBron, 3-pointer.
Won't go. Rebound, Bosh. Back out to Allen. His 3-pointer. Bang! Bang!
Tie game with 5 seconds remaining. The Spurs do not have a timeout. What a call. What a series. What a game.
Yeah.
That one was just, I remember watching that as like, because I liked LeBron, I liked Ray Allen, but I also really liked the Spurs. I liked Manu, I liked Kawhi, I liked Tim. It was like such a fun finals to watch. Tony Parker, Corey Joseph.
I saw a clip from Danny Green, and he was on
Patty Mills.
He was with on Out the Mud with Zach
Oh,
Randolph and Tony Allen.
yeah.
And he was talking about what Pop did after that series in
Mm,
basically prepping them for the 2014 finals.
interesting.
He like
Yeah, because
Danny
they went
was
back to
like
back.
Danny was telling him he was like it was like a drill sergeant.
Mhm.
He was like literally first day of training camp, we watched 2 hours of film going over the mistakes we made in the finals.
Yeah,
And I just was like, yeah, that team was going to win it all from day one.
yeah,
Yeah, 2013 Heat is a great pick. I mean,
yeah.
like obviously if like I think 2012 is more important for Braun's career
For sure.
because if he didn't beat the Thunder, then it was like, all right, this
It's
guy's
like,
never
damn.
going to get over the hump. It's
Yeah.
like probably probably the Heatles break up
Is
like
it
low key after that season.
yeah, yeah.
But
It was
I
4-1, so I'm like, yeah, it was like, yes, it was his first, but I'm like, that I mean, I mean, the Spurs, it went 7. It was like,
yeah,
wow.
but as well, I think going 7 I think is a
Every game was
huge
just a battle.
yeah.
Like, I remember that because that was
That was the
game
Tiago
6 in
Splitter
Miami,
block
right?
series.
Yeah,
Yeah, game 6 was in my because this is
because
when
the
they
call
did
and
the
then
two
game
three
because
two
game
format.
7
They did 2
No,
home games, 3 home games, then 2 home games. Because game 6 happened in Miami, game 7 happened in Miami.
I thought game 7 was in San
Game
Antonio.
7 was in Miami
Was it?
because he's holding both of the trophies to the crowd. Because Bill hands him the Finals MVP. He's holding the NBA championship. He's holding the Finals MVP, and he's like, "What are you going to say about me now?" Chris Smoove
Yeah,
was at game 6, obviously. Shout out Chris Smoove. But game 7 was in Miami. I know damn well.
yeah. When did they change it?
I don't know.
2-2.
Because here's the thing.
Dude, by the Curry, they must have changed it, like, the next year
Wait, actually, hold on. Because
because I know Golden State Cavs was 2-2, 1-1-1.
12 Eastern Conference Finals between the Celtics and the Heat was 2-2, 1-1-1. Because game 5, Pierce hit the clutch shot to dagger it out, and then game 6 Braun happened in 2012. And then it went back to Miami and they ended up losing.
Yeah, because I just looked it up. Yeah, game 7 of the 2013 NBA Finals took place in Miami.
I'm looking
When
it
did
up.
the
Why the hell was the 2013 finals used a 2-3 format to reduce the amount of cross-country travel and associated logistics for teams, media, and league staff? Maybe it's just a finals thing.
No, so the NBA officially switched the finals from a 2-3-2 to
In
2-2,
in
1-1-1
2014.
ahead of the 2014. The change was
So I think it
unanimously
was
proved on.
I think it would have been just a finals thing then. That would make sense.
The 2-3-2 format was adopted in 1985 to reduce frequent cross-country flights. By 2014, they got rid of it. So maybe it was
It was, I mean,
just the finals, or
yeah,
was it
I
every
think so.
series?
I think it
Interesting.
would make sense if it was just the finals because think about it. It's like this isn't the NFL where you have the West Division and an East Division in
Yeah,
both conferences. Like it's not easy to go one game like to spend the off day traveling to LA or Boston and back, like whatever. But
yeah,
like no, that makes sense. And also it's like you're staying in the same time zones generally. At most you're going one over.
yeah,
Unless you're
yeah.
like a weird case scenario where it's like you're the
Boston,
Pelicans
LA, it's
going to
3.
like
Or
the
yeah,
Blazers. But like no, those teams are playing in the playoffs ever.
interesting.
That's
But
a
yeah,
great pick. That's a great pick,
yeah.
Jonah.
I think I have my next one. I don't think you're gonna pick it. So what's your? I'm already locking my pick in.
I'm gonna go. God,
There's so many to choose from.
I know. I could go new. I could go older.
Older, go.
I'll go with the '90s. Can I look it up just to clarify a matchup?
Yeah, I'm on Wikipedia. It's great. It's very helpful.
I'm gonna go. Hold on. I actually need to confirm if this was the finals where.
Do you want me to tell you the fun?
No, because
I think I know.
I
Yeah, is a specific Jordan final.
no. Oh, perfect. Fantastic. It's the one I wanted. Give me the 1995 finals between the Rockets and the Magic. I want Hakeem is like I will always back down. I will always defend Hakeem Olajuwon until I die. I think he is like he took we're talking about a Rockets team that was 6th in the conference at 47 and 35. And they just went through the entire West.
And they had Kenny the Jet Smith.
I understand. But 5 games to beat the Jazz in round 1, who were the 3 seed. They beat the 2 seed Suns in 7. And then they beat the Spurs in 6 games in the conference finals. And then what does Hakeem Olajuwon do? It was 33, 10, 4.5 steals, 1 steal, or 4.5 assists, 1.5 steals, and 3 blocks a game. Clyde Drexler on the team, Kenny the Jet Smith on the team, taking down a young Orlando Magic team for their first title to ultimately then go back-to-back the next following year against the Knicks. Sorry for spoiling the pick. I know you were probably going to take that one, but I had to get some representation for my guy Hakeem out there, and to do it in such dominant fashion as such a low seed as
Mm-hmm.
well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going 94.
But then 95.
95 Rockets, where they were the 6th seed. So give me the
Yeah.
Rockets 95.
Love
I think
it.
I think I might know what your next pick is.
Go ahead. I don't think you do. I'll give you 2 guesses.
Is it the 2025 Thunder?
It is not. But that was a
Okay.
good one because if Indy had won, it
That's
would
what I'm
be on
saying.
my list.
That's what as a finals, awesome. Not the biggest fan of
Yes.
the winner, but the
outcome.
finals.
But it was a
awesome.
good one. But it is not on my. I'll give you one more before I tell you.
I don't think you're gonna choose the Nuggets right here.
I am not choosing the Nuggets right here. Do you want me to tell you?
Is it the Pistons being the Lakers?
It is not.
Okay. Go ahead.
More recent than that. It is the 2021 Milwaukee Bucks.
That's a great one.
So I loved that finals. It was the one right after COVID. Giannis just put on a masterclass of a finals. I mean, a 50-point game to win the chip at
on a
home.
hyperextended knee.
He played his absolute mind out that playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, I started the series rooting and that was one of the series where I'm like, I don't care who wins. Like, I'm enjoying the game of basketball. And I started, I'm like, I want Chris
That's
Paul
how I
to win.
felt about that entire
yeah.
playoff run.
Yeah, it was so good. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, like I kind of want Chris Paul and Booker to win. I think it'd be fun for Phoenix after the first 2 games. And I'm like,
I wanted Paul to win.
And then
but
I was
then-
like, after game 3, I was like, you know what? It'd be sick to see Giannis win one with Milwaukee. I'm like, such a small market team, and then they won 4 straight, and he played his mind out. And just what a series! I mean, I was watching the highlights of that today. I was like, wow, the block on Ayton that he had, then the dunk, again, like I said, 50-point game 6
the
to win the
lob
chip.
from
Yeah.
Drew to him was,
I mean,
ridiculous.
Just such a fun finals to watch. And I remember watching that because it happened later in the year because of COVID. I think those finals were going on like late June, maybe early July.
That was July, yeah.
Yeah. So I just remember that. And it was just such a fun series to watch. Like, I like to have like kind of like 2 smaller market teams. I love that finals. It's one of my favorite finals in recent years.
My final pick.
What is your final pick? Can I guess? I feel like you're going to go something crazy here. I know it's not going to be a Lakers final. I think you're going, I don't know, Warriors in 2015?
Going with the 1991 Chicago Bulls.
I figured it might have been old.
Jordan's first, beginning of the first trilogy. I mean, like the unfortunate part of it is it was all Bulls. Bulls won the series 4-1. It just like there was obviously like this level where you wish Magic paid in the in the last game, or like didn't get hurt in the last game.
Yeah.
But I mean, Lakers took the first game and then it was all Bulls. Bulls ended up winning the rest of the series outright. I mean, like whenever I played with a 2K team when I was younger, I would always choose that team because I was like, one, I always thought Scottie Pippen looked weird in his in the second, like essentially in like the second three-peat, like his 2K picture looked weird, but whatever. But I would go with the 91 Bulls just because
like it.
Paxson, BJ Armstrong, Bill Cartwright, talking like for the role players, and then you have the primary 3: Jordan, Pippen, Horace Grant. I mean, that team was awesome.
Yeah, like it. My final pick is the 2015 Warriors. The start of Curry dynasty. I mean, that team was so fun to watch. Splash Brothers, like they're such a fun team. Yeah, I mean, what a fun. I remember watching that. And against LeBron, was like, wow, what is this young Steph Curry unanimous MVP going to do against LeBron James? First year back with the Cavs after leaving Miami and gave us a good series.
I think that's a great pick. I think I do think the questions that come from that one is, what if Kyrie doesn't get hurt early in the playoffs? Or what if
Mhm.
Kyrie doesn't get hurt early in that series? And what if K Love doesn't get hurt in those playoffs?
Yeah,
Because then I
yeah.
think we might even be looking at a back-to-back sort of situation and everything like that.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Any honorable mentions? I have 2. Want me to run through mine real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Um, 23 Nuggets,
Yeah.
just because I was in Denver during
I
that.
was
I
gonna
was
say, yeah.
downtown when they won it. It was
Yep.
fun. And my other one is the 2019 Raptors.
So that was one of mine.
I
Yep.
really liked watching, you know,
I remember
Lowry and
that
Green.
series
So fun.
vividly.
Drake was courtside every game.
I
It was
remember where
fun.
I was for game 1. I remember where I
Uh-huh.
was when, Durant's Achilles popped. I remember where I
Uh-huh.
was when Klay Thompson's knee got hurt and
Yep.
everything like that.
I liked that Raptors team. I was like, "Okay,
I
it's
would
cool to see them
say,
win."
as much as it hurt, 2010 was a very fun watch. Of course, losing in 7 hurt, and the way that we lost was tough. But another one that I had on there was the Pistons and Lakers one, where the
Mhm.
Pistons won with, like, the no superstar
Chauncey.
sort of thing, and Chauncey, Ben Wallace, Rasheed, so but yeah.
I would have
Yeah.
thrown Indy OKC because that was just such a good series.
That was a
And
perfect
Indy's
series.
finals run that year was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hell, I wonder what we'll get this year.
So far, it's been great. It's been good.
Knicks Spurs would be so elite, dude.
Bring it back to 99. A
That
young
would be kind of
Timmy and a
sick. That
young
would actually be really sick.
yeah, that would be sick.
Jeff Van Gundy probably on the call after being the coach.
Yeah. Stan,
No, I thought doesn't Jeff do commentating too?
he used to, but now he's
Doesn't
back
anymore?
coaching. He's like a
Where is he
defensive
now?
assistant for the Clippers.
Okay, am I crazy real quick before we end this? Um God, why am I Ty Lue, was he an assistant coach for the Celtics? For this, yeah, because I saw a video of him.
You
I
know
was
who else was?
and they panned. I'll know when you say it, but yes,
Tom Thibodeau.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I saw the video they were paying like through the bench. It was like
Yeah. It
when
was
Ray Allen
Lou,
and
yeah,
I was like, that looks like Ty Lue. It's
I suppose
funny.
it is.
Um, yeah, great. Yeah, that's a podcast. That's an
Word.
episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to another episode of Triple Threat Talk. We will see you all on Tuesday for
Mhm.
episode 50. But until then, peace out.